Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now, without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I think we all seen this coming after we found out that Dave East did in fact attend the Max B party, the official Max B party, and he got all type of backlash for it. You have people saying that he's not loyal, he's doing too much, he know that he's friends with Jim Jones, how can he do that? But y'all also got to remember that Max B is Max B. Before he was incarcerated, he had a very big influence on New York, and you can't be from New York and say that you never listened to Max B or you wasn't a fan at some point in time of his music. Keep in mind, I told y'all earlier in the previous video that at the end of the day, picking sides to me on a 20-year-old beef just doesn't make sense. Most of these guys are over 35 years old, 40 years old plus with children. So if you're sitting there talking about a beef that happened 20 some odd years ago, not to mention French Montana is very affiliated with Max B, as they were both going at Jim Jones at a point in time. Now, French Montana and Jim Jones, they deaded their beef with each other, so I really don't see what the problem is with anybody attending Max B's party. Keep in mind, right? What if French Montana is the one that invited them to the party? What if French say, yo, Dave, we're cool with each other, I want you to come to the party? Is he supposed to say no? Because if him and Jim Jones is cool and he's cool with French Montana, and then next you know French actually tells him to come to the party and he declined based off his friendship with Jim Jones, then it's going to make it seem like he picked sides with Jim Jones, whereas Jim and French are now friends. So it's like a very weird position to be in, because French could feel like, okay, you declined my offer because you picking sides with Jim Jones. Whole time me and Jimmy is cool, but you already showed me the type of person you are, right? So I don't know, man. It's very weird, and like I told y'all in the previous video, New York is very, very small. So even if they don't really get along with each other, 9 times out of 10, they still have guys that are in their entourage that are actually cool, right? So it's just a weird spot to be in. But like I said before, trying to pick sides and all that at the age 30 and 40 up with kids on a 20-year-old beef that really doesn't even make sense no more, it's foolish. However, Brooklyn rapper Maino, who's actually a co-host on the podcast along with Jim Jones, Fabulous, and Dave East, he feels a little bit different. Y'all check this out.
Would you be okay with your friend doing business with your enemy?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I can't go to the Max B party because you're my friend. Yeah.
Why?
Because you my fucking friend.
What?
Yeah. Talk about it. Because let me explain something to you. I'm a lawyer at the end of the day. Before music. Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you, David. Mr. David.
Dawood. I'm Dawood on this podcast.
I like that.
It's crazy.
My Muslim brother. Check this out. At the end of the day, I'm a person that your enemies is my enemies. Because that's the love that I got for you. If we like that, then I'm gonna take on whatever it is that you got going on, and it's fuck them, then I gotta feel the same way.
Now, to go back to what I said before, how New York is so small and these guys are all affiliated with each other and have guys who are part of their entourage that know each other, we would see a video of Max B when he was live, and one of the guys that was around him that know Maino says that Maino called his phone and he told him that he was with Max B, and he kind of felt a little way because I guess his affiliation with Jim Jones. Y'all check this out.
Why your man just told me just now?
Who?
Maino.
Where we at?
Oh, he's supposed to be pulling
He's
up.
on the field.
Maino said, yo, bloody, what you doing? I said, I'm with Max. He said, oh. I said, yeah. He said,
Wait. I'm
ready? Oh.
Damn,
my fault. No, just got on.
So you see how that works? What that does is even the guys that don't want to be a part of it, that don't want to pick sides, that want to be neutral because they don't got time for the bullcrap, they're forced to pick a side or forced to indulge in the bullcrap because of these guys that's pushing this pick a side narrative. Now it's interesting enough, we seen Dave East go to the Max B party and he haven't really said anything pertaining to it, but as y'all know, social media had a whole lot to say. I said before, some people agreed with him going and some people didn't. What I could say is, I think to my knowledge, Dave East and Max B actually had a relationship before the podcast and everything that we seen with Jim Jones. I don't know how official it is, but Max B and Dave East actually have a song together that was released while Max B was incarcerated. So the crazy part about that is, if he starts acting weird with Max B, he's gonna look weird, right? So I think the smartest thing for him to do is to mind his business and play the middle like he's been doing. Now, I could agree where people say it is type of strange because they're on a podcast together. He got to see Jim Jones laugh in his face, whatever the case may be. But I think as a boss that Jim Jones claimed to be, he wouldn't even sweat it. To be honest with you, he shouldn't even care, because the more you mention it and the more you seem like you care about Max B coming home and who's supporting him or who not, it's making you more seem bothered by the fact that he's out and actually have attention on it. To be honest, if I was Jim Jones, I would act like I'm not even bothered. I wouldn't pay no attention to it. I wouldn't even mention this man's name. I wouldn't do anything concerning Max B, because if I do, it'll make it seem like I'm bothered over a 20-year-old beef. This man just came out of jail. I'm not saying be the best of friends, but you ain't gotta bring him up neither, or get mad when somebody actually goes to his parties, because at the end of the day, New York is small. Max B from Harlem, Jim Jones from Harlem, Dave East says he's from Harlem, so it's inevitable for these guys to cross paths at some point in time anyway. However, let's get into what Maino had to say on his Instagram story. Now, he didn't come out verbatim and say anything pertaining to Dave East. He didn't direct it. He didn't even say his name. However, I think we all get the gist of what he meant by what he said in the story. Now, he would take to his IG story to say, quote, "Everybody real till it's time to do some real-ish." Now, I think it's clear as day what he's talking about and who he's talking about. It's just a coincidence that he come out and say this right after it has been publicized and shown all throughout social media that Dave East attended Max B's party. And as Maino said on the podcast, he can't do that to Jim Jones because of the type of person he is. So for Dave East to do the exact thing that Maino said he can't do, then who else could he be talking about? Now, it's kind of interesting because remember, these guys run a whole podcast together. If I'm not mistaken, they record almost every day. So these guys have to see each other. Is Dave East going to show up to work? Is Dave East going to show up on the podcast and remain cool? Or is Jim Jones going to tell him he can't come to the podcast no more? Is Maino going to act funny towards him? Like, how is this supposed to play out, man? We haven't seen anything yet pertaining to the situation in regards to Jim Jones. He haven't mentioned it at all on social media. Neither has Dave East or Fabulous, and really not Maino, but I think that's clear as day in reference to who he was talking about. Now, also, this has to be a topic of discussion when they make their next podcast. It's no way social media, fans, or anybody is going to let these guys get away with not talking about this. So like I said, it should be interesting to see what they both say, and I guess we just have to wait and see, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Do y'all think that Dave East is supposed to be loyal and do real-ish because he's friends with Jim Jones? Or do you think he should just do exactly what he's doing and play mutual because that beef got nothing to do with him? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. I'm out.